Writhing, clawing, gnawing at my flesh. I'm done for. My soul consumed. The cataclysmic infinite darkness surrounds me. And with one last breath, I am broken. It wasn't always this way. Spring, summer, autumn to winter. The seasons would change and ebb and flow. The passage of time, cyclical. The hunger, the pain, the black desire. I had heard it but once before, many moons ago, and thought nothing of it. The wheel of time turned, and my mind pressed onwards, forgetting the chasm from whence the noise broke. That noise, however, would not be silenced forever. The clawing began again, one winter of especially harsh snow. The irony of the bleak, blissful whiteness, and the beginnings of what would become the all-consuming black. Oh, if only I knew then what I know now. This last breath coming to me, I'd have enjoyed that beautiful snow for what it truly was, the calm before the storm, a bounty before ultimate destruction. Yet, sadly, as we humans do, we press on, unflinching of the fleeting moments we miss, the signs laid in plain sight. We do as we do. I pressed on. The beautiful flakes of snow, infused with the light and prisms of delight. They broke. Water nourished the earth, and the clawing grew louder. It grew to echo in my mind, the beat of my heart, followed by those onyx black claws, the curvature of which was not unlike the tusks of an elephant, though certainly if it were, it would be a hellish nightmare-scape of tattered flesh. Each breath the beast would draw, fire erupting. The pain of each step as its bones joined by the dark, corrupted nature of the demon that created such a monstrosity, barely holding it together. Yes, the claws began, and I could see them clearly. My heart pounded, and the scratch grew closer. My soul just out of reach. The heart it pounded, swelling, growing closer to the nightmare beast's tusks. Was this some dark retribution, vengeance brought upon me by some forgotten act of evil? Had I lived a life so enveloped with one's thoughts that I somehow deserved this? Had I cast myself into oblivion with my actions? What had I done? Yes, the heart pounded, and like the seasons, the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, the predictability of what would come was not a surprise, and yet it was. Or at least I told myself I could not see it coming. But we can, can't we? We know the dread sense of terror, the consuming beast as its jaws begin to open. We see it. We can see the bloodstone eyes flash with hunger and delight, a smile flickering within those hellfire pits it would call its pupils, and the satiating groan it takes as it fills its belly with our pain. The gluttonous feasting continues, and we tell ourselves it's simply not happening. We know it. We see it. We feel it. I knew it was coming. The claws nicked the heart as it grew with each beat. The echo of the scratching became the echo of my scream, muffled now by the pain. The screaming descended into a guttural groan and the energy of that scream left me spent. The pain erupted, and I gave all I could. Oh, God! It all left me at once. Laboured breathing followed the guttural groan. The onyx black claws seemingly disappearing, however, as I breathed, they turned to ash. The fire of the pits of hell burned through, the flesh burned, and the smell rancid, putrid as it was. It was a relief. The pain subsided, washed away for another. The ash, the laboured breathing, I was consumed by the blackened ash of hell. Each breath summoned the particulates of the dark parish to my lungs, floating majestically with purpose from the pits of hell to the pits of my lungs. I was consumed from the inside to the outside, a parasite. A black parasite of ashen coal, onyx from hell. My blood began to boil, fires from hell erupted, washing over my soul. The fires burned, the sea of blood, red hate blinded me. It did not invigorate me, as you might expect it would. The nightmare escape had another plan for me, draining me, my essence consumed. My power feasted upon, my desire, my hatred, feasting on each new emotion as it clawed them, burned them to the surface. The wheel of time will always turn, the passage of hours, the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. It goes on and on. My journey on this rock, spinning, in the chasm of black we call space, is at an end, however. The last breath is drawn in. And as I stand here at the doorway to oblivion, I realize now it was all for nothing. The demon was there all along, growing, consuming me from within. The demon of retribution, some may say. The monstrosity from beyond the gates. It had me, my soul, my future. Oblivion is a release.